Hi there, I'm James Norbury. I'm the creator of Big Panda and Tiny Dragon. I'm an artist and writer, and today I'm going to give you a little room tour. My plan, I thought it'd be fun to do some videos, more sort of personal, sort of behind the scenes stuff about me and the way I work and the things I do and stuff. It's just for fun. Not going to monetize anything. I'm not going to. If you see adverts, it's not my fault. I don't like adverts, so it's nothing to do with me. The videos will be quite basic and simple because I'm quite basic and simple. So I really hope you enjoy them. They're not edited as such. You might find a couple of cuts in the video, but that's simply because I didn't prepare properly. And when I've panned the video over a desk, I've seen something with my address or something personal on, which probably shouldn't be on the internet. So I've just cut that out. So I hope you enjoy it, and have a great day. Cheers. So here we have where I work. It's a very old house, so you have to excuse the chaos. So this is not edited. I'll just pan around a little for you. Basically, I've just been working on a new book, and due to various circumstances, I didn't have much free time, so a lot of stuff sort of went by the wayside, unfortunately, and that includes my room, where I work. So it was actually a lot messier than this before. I've actually tidied it up a bit, but my plan is to obviously do a lot of work in here and make it into a nice studio. It's great at the moment. I love it in here, but I do want to. You can see there's a few things that need to be done. It's all sound now, it's all good, but it was, it's all good, it's all sound, it's all proper. It just cosmetically needs a few tweaks. But however, I really love these textures on the walls, and I think ultimately I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm going to work with all these old amazing textures and keep them because they're kind of beautiful. So I thought we'd have a little tour, and yes, it is a bit of chaos, but that's how things are. It's kind of how I work, so it's like an insight into my mind. So let's start on the right as you come in. So this is currently, I'm rearranging the room, so things on this wall are things that I don't use that often, so things I don't need to get to easily. So there's some paints. I do sort of abstract painting, so that's for these sketchbooks, art books and things. A lot of these are what you might call sort of spiritual books. I read quite a lot of books of that nature. This is, look at this. This is a book I wrote a long time ago, Aleister Crowley and a Terrible Misspelling. So you see, I did all the illustrations for it. I self-published it. This was before I wrote the Panda and the Dragon books. I really liked it, but I didn't really do very well. Small books. These are quite interesting. These are made by Weldon Owen, one of my American publishers. They're a tea set for two, and they sent me some copies. Airbrushes. I use airbrushes. They don't work. Lino type stuff. Lino cutting stuff. I do write music on the computer. That's a musical interface. Camera markers. These are some sort of things, again, the American publisher made. Little notebooks. You can buy these online, I believe. Still, that's a planner. That's a day planners. Greetings cards. Box of greetings cards. Book notes, again, you can buy online. That's my mum made for me. I wrote a graphic novel. He doesn't have hair, that's an octopus. He's called Echo. He's a little robot. I'll show you the graphic novel in a bit. These are metallic foils for doing abstracts. Notebooks. These are drawing papers. Calendars, that again, these are samples I got. This is all the drawing paper. These are this is watercolour paper I normally use for my work. I don't know if there's anything half painted in any of them. There normally is. No, okay. So, again, I buy watercolour paper in bulk because I use an awful lot of it. Again, paper, canvases. This is paint I use for painting windows when I paint shop windows, which I do sometimes. That's salt that I use in my work. These biros, they're the best biros for signing books with. They pretty much never fail. So I use quite a few of those. That was my, the rights team at Penguin bought me that when my book hit 30 languages, which was awesome and really lovely of them. They're an amazing group of people. That's an old typewriter that I use sometimes. It's a tiny printing press. Brushes, these are more for abstracts than for the sort of work you might have seen in my books. Drawers, these are some of the things I used to paint, abstract type paintings. That's some things these are some children from a school in Croatia drew these for me. So I went to do a talk at their school. Really, really sweet. Look at these. Amazing. That is a tapestry I did when I was little. Okay, these are all my, let me see, oh well, this is ukiyo-e calendar from last year, but I love ukiyo-e art. I use it for great inspiration. These are all my panda pictures. Look at them, thousands of them. So anyway, I'll show you a bit. This is the graphic novel I wrote about the robot you could see over there. So maybe I'll do a little video on that sometime if anyone's interested. So what I'm doing is taking all the pictures, which I keep in these folders. These are all the different books, see all the different chapters, chapter 8 and so on. But that's not a great way to keep them. It's not good for them. A lot of it's pencil and it gets rubbed and damaged and all that. And I'm slowly putting them into folders. So this is the folder for my new book. Don't know if I should show you that, but I'll show you some random pages. So, let's see how I work. Probably shouldn't show too many before it's published. I get into trouble. But anyway, yeah, you can see that. So we could do a nice video sometime on the contents of that. That's a signboard. We have a charity shop for the cats, and I've got to paint the signboard that goes outside it, so that'll be fun. My plants, amazing pieces of wall. I think they're beautiful. This is a really old house. This is a house about over 150 years old. And you can see a lovely view outside. It's really, really nice. This is the trees. So I get to sit and look out the window at the trees. That's kind of lovely. This was a sample I did. I paint quite a few windows for bookshops and things like that. And I lost my thread. I paint quite a few windows for bookshops, and I used to do it all with a brush and paint. It was very time consuming and very, very difficult, and I'd have to do it in several coats. So I wanted a better way. So I started to use markers and this was an experiment I did in my own house just to see if they would work. And they do work, don't they? Look at that. It's a cat tower. We foster kittens, and they often are in this room because I work in here, so I can play with them a lot. So we have a spare cat tower in here. Very exciting. This printer. That's an old, reservoir tank that came out of the loft, but it's really cool. So I'm going to keep it and do something nice with it. There's some of the abstract things I used to paint. The big one is not finished. It's just a base layer. But I really enjoy doing those, but I haven't done them for a while because I've been writing books. That's a cool, lovely print my wife Ruth bought me. Pictures by Edward Hopper, who I think his work is beautiful. It has a sort of eerie open lightness to it, isn't it? Like, particularly this one, I really like that one. More cat stuff. A table for doing pen and ink work on. I've got here, I do play the piano badly, but I try. This guitar. I used to have my desk here in the window, but in this weather, because it's so sunny, you can see it's, there's the sun today. Yeah, you can see it absolutely blinding. So, I mean, it's beautiful, obviously, but because I have my desk here, the sun was blinding and I would be absolutely boiling, so I've had to move it. So this was where I have my other desk. So that's my cat, Leonard. Leonard! Hi, Leonard. Meow. Leonard's very sweet. Leonard's a girl cat, but when we got her, they told us it was a boy cat. But she's not, and that's why she's called Leonard. Scanner, I have to scan all my work. I listen to CDs, I don't stream music and stuff, I don't really like that, so I listen to CDs. I listen to metal mainly. I don't know why I've got Blur here. I like Lamb of God. Good, yeah. Okay, more windows. I think you get the view of the windows, but they're really 3 big windows, so see, it lets in loads of light. It's a perfect studio, really, loads of space and everything. It's nice. It's a friend of mine painted that. These are some of the abstracts I painted. I used to live on a boat. That's the sign my father carved for the boat. Really cool. Old fireplace, which once a foster cat disappeared up it, it was barricaded off, but it found a way up, and that wasn't great. As it climbed and lived up the chimney for about 3 days, which has induced great fear into me because I had no idea where it had gone. But what else have we got? I think those are drawers, watercolours. This is the set I use at the moment mostly. But I've bought all sorts of watercolours, cheap ones, expensive ones. I'd avoid cheap ones, really cheap ones, but I think once you get up to a point, I'm not sure they get that much better. There's a picture of Teddy. Teddy has this like wonderful innocence about him. Don't you want to be Teddy? And live Teddy's beautiful innocent life on a sunny day reading a book in his armchair. That's why I keep Teddy there. More abstracts, I painted more abstracts. I'm in the process of moving, so these shelves will be full. I've had more foreign copies of my books delivered, which is amazing. They're wonderful, but my shelves are full, so I have to find more space for them. I will do a video on my art materials sometime, because some of you might be interested in that. But yeah, there's templates. Because I draw everything by hand, you need to be able to draw proper circles and all that. Materials, inks, notebooks, hairdryer, because I use watercolour a lot and sometimes you need to crack on. Pencils. These were gifts from some Croatian bookstores and things, which was really nice. They're fine line markers, which I use quite a lot. As you can see, fine line markers, I use these a lot. I do use dip pens as well, traditional dip pens. This was a treat to myself, an electric pencil sharpener. It's amazing. I don't know if it takes big pencils. But before, after, look at that. These are more art materials. These are art materials I keep away so cats can't get to them. There's some audio books. They send me copies of the audio books they've made of my books, which are really good, incidentally. Not due to me, I don't mean that, just the way they've done the the voiceovers by the voice actors and the sound effects they put in, absolutely amazing. They sort of transportive, really worth looking at. So that, yeah, these are foreign copies of my books. I need to, that was the first ever Big Panda book I self-published. I've just got a few copies left. But yeah, I need to find some more space, another way to store them, because they'll get all filthy, so they have to be kept somewhere nice. Abstracts, piano, music, actual keyboard. Abstracts. I like cyberpunk, so yeah, I used to do quite a lot of cyberpunk art. So I think that's the basics, really. Have one last pan around. Yeah, it's a beautiful room, and now I've got a bit more time. Now I've finished the beautiful world, but I will be able to do some work in here and sand all these floors, because I'm not going to sand them right back because I quite like all the character, but at the moment they're stick in your feet. All the splinters come off and stick in your feet, so they do need some care. So yeah, it's great. Well, thank you very much for watching my video, and if you would, if you'd like to see anything similar in the future, do give me a shout. Okay, thank you for your time. Bye bye.